guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video called Most Popular Songs in the Netherlands 1960-2020. So it's a huge number of years, and I think we're going to be seeing like it's going to be a little bit of whiplash because I sincerely doubt that what was popular in the 1960s was popular in the 21st century. So I have no idea like what can we expect, because again I don't know much about the taste of Dutch people and how it has evolved, because again 1960s, that was like a very long time ago, and I don't know like what were people listening back in the 1960s. I have no idea, and Dutch people in particular, but I'm super curious to find out. So let's check it out and comment, like, subscribe and start. Is that French? Oh, okay. Oh my god, this sounds like traditional music.
Eine Reise in den Süden ist für andere schick und fein. Doch die beiden Italiener möchten gern zu Hause sein.
Is this like a sweet song? Oh. Okay, a little Italian. I love the balloons. Oh. How come there's like so many Italian things here? And also French. It's weird. Okay. Of course, yeah, a lot of Beatles. Oh, because they were like hippies, yeah, 1967. Very catchy. Okay. We're moving on. Okay, this is upbeat. Oh my god, okay, what a stark difference. Yeah, we're in the 70s. Oh, I love that guitar. Oh, they're native, yeah. You're funky. Oh my god, I love the variety. It looks like he's singing like right next to you. Oh my god, what a deep voice. Okay, all of this, they have like incredible voices, all these last few people. What on earth? Oh, there's Smurfs. Okay, that explains it all. Oh, they're playing the flute. Oh.
By the rivers of Babylon.
Okay, we're moving on again.
There we sat down.
Oh my god, I love that little outfit. That's great. Oh my god, this is so sad. I know it's so dramatic, but the music is very like... Oh my god, it's so romantic. I feel like I'm interrupting them. Oh, I love this. Is like, I know, Caribbean? I want to dance. I feel like we need to be at the beach. But this is from the 80s? It looks like it was in the 40s. Oh my god, they're dancing in like a very 80s way. Oh my god, I want to dance.
Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have.
This is so catchy. I love this. Oh. Yeah, like you're stumping in a foot. I'm sorry. I'm learning how to dance.
Is this burning an eternal flame?
Is that live?
Sun shines through the rain. Nothing compares.
This is so dramatic. I love it. has like a very raspy voice. Is he Dutch? Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Oh my god, it looks like is it like a movie or something? That was very interesting. Oh my, okay, that music video was very weird.
The heart does go on.
If I could turn back time, literally.
Dat je heel de wereld voor mij was. Zit er veel te diep in mij.
Oh my god, another dramatic thing. I love it, so funky.
Whenever, wherever.
We're getting like very upbeat again.
I'll be there and you'll be near.
Yeah, like very like dance music.
This ain't nothing but a summer jam.
Yeah, literally summer jam. Yeah, those are the vibes.
Basic pledge, daar no ma, yay. No ma, yay. No ma,
Is that an airplane?
Ik geef je de morgen
Oh, okay.
terug, zolang ik je niet.
The word ink is in the title. I'm gonna guess.
Ik heus wel
It's a
dat
sad
ik
song.
met jou.
Oh, okay, this looks like burlesque. This looks very interesting. Is that like a this is like a throwback?
Give it to me. Don't stop, show me.
Yeah, we're back into like I can't ruin the era of like we're dancing. We're in disco. Oh no, what happened to like why did it go away? Why are they all like old timey and they are like very modern people? Oh, I love this. This is so catchy. This is very like, what was that? What is that music video? What is this giant head?
I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body.
One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities.
I love how these last ones have like the same rhythm. It's like, okay, this one not that much. Is that a person old, like dressed up as an old man? Okay, I love this. It was again very. I love that you can see the progression of like from like something from the 1960s and what people were listening, like I don't know what grandpa and grandma were listening when they were young, onto like what the grandchildren were listening in 2020. I love the fact that it's just like the whole and the parents of course in the middle in I don't know the 80s maybe. So it's like it's funny that you can really do see like there's I think a very clear difference. Like the 60s, I think it was more. I was expecting more ballads, but not that much. Like it was like a lot of like slower type of songs. You know, just like people just, you know, singing like normally. But also, I think I'm surprised by the internationality of it all. Like, I don't know, there were a lot of like Italian, a lot of French, I think, in those early days, especially also English as well. So it's like, okay, so they were obviously very international, but you know, it's Europe, so I'm guessing, you know, it's Italy. I don't know if Italy is also like, is it bordering? Well, I actually don't know if the Netherlands shares a border with Italy and with France, but maybe it's just like it was popular in Europe at the time, so maybe that makes sense. And what they weren't actually Dutch. But I love it because it was more of what I was expecting, like a slower type of music, ballads. But I was expecting slow, very slow music, which they said no, they were like catchy. But then it's so funny because literally when you get to like this 69 and then 70, it's like you can really do see like the clear difference where like, oh, now they're like disco was a thing these days. Like everything starts to be like so electronic. Maybe that's the word. It's like everything starts to be like very like upbeat, but not that the others weren't upbeat, but they think the others were probably relied more on like guitars and pianos, on like other instruments, and just like a singer, just like singing the song, or a band, as with the Beatles. That then in like the 1970 and from then on, it's like, oh, it's electronic. Like not saying that the others, they didn't really had guitars, they did, but I think the main like soundscape is like electric things, and it's like, oh, it's really like, whoa, it's like no, we're dancing, we're at the party, we're just like, I don't know, we're losing our minds here. So I love that it's like you can really do see the difference. It's like from 69 to like 70, it's like, oh, and you have like your hippie era, like there's like that time where it was like a guitar and like a lot of like flower crowns, and like, oh, everything was very peaceful, and yes, of course. And then like in the 70s, it's like, oh no, we're entering disco now. It's like, oh, everything's like super upbeat, fun, colorful. Everyone's just like, whoa, it's so fun. So and then that continues out, I think, throughout the 80s. Or I think the 80s were also like, there were some ballads, some like dramatic songs, but I think for the most part it's like very upbeat. And then in the 90s, everything's like leans more towards, I think, rock, and also a little more ballads, a lot of rock. And then I think again I think it was like in the like maybe 2000, I think maybe 4 or 5, then it starts to be upbeat again. It's like, it's so funny, you can really do see the trends when you're looking at it like this. It's like, oh, then it's like that was in like dance music again, like more electronic type of music that makes you want to like, yes, I'm pumped up, I'm dancing. And I think that's probably like the trend up to like the 2020, because the last song that they played, it was also like very electronic music. So you can really do see like the evolution, and it's very funny. It's like, okay, so if we're comparing like this era, which I'm surprised that apparently it has lasted that long, because but bearing like a few exceptions, I think most of it from I think it was like the early 2000s. It was, or maybe like mid 2000s to like again the 2020s. It's like it was all very very upbeat music, and it reminds me a little bit of the 70s decade, where it's like a lot of upbeat songs. Not, there are outliers, but I think for the most part, it's just like a lot of upbeat music. So it's like, okay, so if I have to find a parallel, I would think like we're in the 70s, like the 2005s, the mid 2020s up until like the 2020s, and like 15 years earlier, I think it can be compared to like the 70s era, in the sense of like everyone's like, yes, like we're dancing. But it's really funny, especially compared to like the 60s, because the 60s everything was very like pared down, and even if it wasn't like music, that it was more music, I think, that you just sit down and listen to, and the others are just music that you just want to like dance. I want to get up and I want to dance. And the 60s music was more music of like, hey, I'm just like sitting here and I'm listening, or I'm watching, like I'm seeing like the performance of this singer, which I think makes sense actually, because I think, I'm not sure, but I would think that maybe in the 60s, like nightclubs were much of a thing, and maybe people just like got their records and they were just like sitting and listening to music. And probably in the 70s, like it was more popular that people went out and they danced or something. So maybe that's why everything's more like, yes, we want to go out and we want to dance. And I think maybe people these days maybe want to experience music in a collective environment, and that's why everything's so like pumped up, and everything like it's the same rhythm, like it's very catchy, it's very like you want to move your body. So maybe that's the case, like it's more of a collective instead of like people just like sitting around and listening to music. But I loved it, and yeah, I think I want to there were like a lot of songs that I was like, oh, that rings a bell, but I didn't really know, like I didn't know the song, like the name of the song or the singer. So I'm like, oh, okay, now I know, so I can add them to my playlist. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.